All right, what's going on, my brony bros, my pink brony bros? And we dance at the gay club, oh my God. What's going on, everybody? So welcome to the show, the Michael Gaza Show. We're going to react to a few Iranian updates, Iran war updates. But what is Donald Trump doing? Right, what is DT doing, man? He's doing it all. He's doing it all, man. Give me one moment. We're just doing a couple things here real quick. Pulling up a couple pieces of information. Give me a few more moments, everybody. Just getting a couple things on the board real quick before we continue to go live. Like and simp scribe. Everybody loves to simp scribe. So we're going to get a couple updates on the war. I think that Donald Trump should end the Iran war soon. Look, I think 2 to 3 more weeks is my time frame. That's what I believe. I know that people are saying, Michael, you're delusional. Michael, you're sounding like Michael Saylor. I get it. I get it, my brones. I get it. So let's take a quick look. Let's take a quick peek at a couple things. I'm going to get out my handy-dandy headphones. Here we go. And we're going to react to a couple videos. We're going to react to Pete Hegseth giving an update. Let's take a look and see what Mr. Pete Hegseth is saying. I like Pete, dude. I think he's cool.
I'll start, as we often do here at the Department of War, with the bottom line up front. For the world to hear and the press to actually admit that the United States is decimating the radical Iranian regime's military in a way the world has never seen before. Never before has a modern, capable military, which Iran used to have, been so quickly destroyed and made.
So I look like JYP. Hold on. Who the hell's JYP? Who's JYP, you guys? I don't know who that is. Aurora, can you elaborate, please? Who the hell is that? What the hell is even that? So I look like, who the hell is JYP, bro? I don't even know who JYP is. My brony bro. If you guys can elaborate, who the hell is JYP? I'm old, dude. I'm ready, dude. I think Iran needs to surrender to Donald Trump, man. That's what I think. Iran needs to straight up surrender to Donald Trump. That's what I believe, dude. Just surrender, bro.
We said it would not be a fair fight, and it has not been. As I stated during our first press conference on day 2, that was 10 short days ago, the combination of the world's 2 most powerful air forces is unprecedented and unbeatable. Between our Air Force and that of the Israelis, over 15,000 enemy targets.
I didn't realize Israel had such a powerful military, you know? How the hell? I mean, I'm assuming that Israel got powerful because of U.S. intervention. That's my assumption. And it wouldn't shock me in any single way. I do think that Israel has had a lot of help from the U.S. in more ways than one. Let's keep going, man. Let's listen to Hegseth.
Targets have been struck. That's well over 1,000 a day. No other combination of countries in the world can do that. So today, as we speak, we fly over the top of Iran.
You guys really think the price of oil is going to be $200 a barrel? People in the chat, really? I don't think it's... Hold on, what the hell is the price of crude oil right now? What is the crude oil price today? Let's see. So it's highly volatile and elevated, trading around $90 to $100 per barrel due to geopolitical tensions in the Middle East. What's the S&P 500 looks like? What is the S&P 500 today? Okay, the S&P 500 is down 0.37%. That's not that bad. I don't know what everybody's freaking out about, man. I don't think reality's about to sink in. Here's the thing. I think the price of crude oil is going to go down because it should go down because the Iranian military screwed. The Iranian military's effed. So why the hell would crude oil go up? If anything, it's going to go down because Iran's military keeps depleting and depleting and depleting. They are defenseless.
Iran and Tehran, fighters and bombers all day, picking targets as they choose. As our intelligence gets better and better and more refined. Looking up, the IRGC and Iranian regime sees only two things on the side of aircraft: the stars and stripes and the Star of David. The evil regime's worst nightmare. Iran has no air defenses. Iran has no air force. Iran has no navy.
Dude, Iran is so cooked, dude. Iran is so freaking cooked. They just need to surrender to the U.S. There is nothing that Iran can do to us at this point except for just surrender. There doesn't need to be any more bloodshed. Just surrender. Surrender. Surrender to America.
Their missiles, their missile launchers, and drones being destroyed or shot out of the sky. Their missile volume is down 90%. Their one-way attack drones yesterday, down 95%. And as the world is seeing, they are exercising sheer desperation in the Straits of Hormuz. Something we're dealing with, we have been dealing with it, and don't need to worry about it. We're on plan to defeat, destroy, disable all of their meaningful military capabilities at a pace the world has never seen before. But it's not just that Iran doesn't have a functioning air force or that their entire navy is at the bottom of the Persian Gulf.
That is crazy that our military was able to sink the entire Iranian navy. That is wild, man. That's wild.
Or their missile force is shrinking daily. Even more importantly, they also don't have the ability to build more. That's the most important component I'd like to emphasize today. Soon and very soon, all of Iran's defense companies will be destroyed. For example, as of 2 days ago, Iran's entire ballistic missile production capacity, every company that builds every component of those missiles, has been functionally...
Hey guys, don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. Don't forget, once again, to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. We're trying to get to 9,000 subscribers by the end of the stream. Once again, we're trying to get to 9,000 subs by the end of the stream. We're currently sitting pretty at 8,849 subs. Once again, we're sitting pretty at 8,849 subscribers. We're trying to get to 9,000 before the end of the stream. We might be able to do that. I don't know. It's a lot of subs to get in a short amount of time, but you know, we're trying to get to 9,000 quickly.
Defeated, destroyed. Buildings, complexes, and factory lines all across Iran destroyed. So we're shooting down and destroying what missiles they still have in stock, but more importantly, ensuring that they have no ability to make more.
Which is good. Honestly, what Hegseth is talking about makes perfect sense to me. You know, anybody who's not on board with what Hegseth is talking about, you know, go move to Iran. Hey, thank you, Tito. Tito, everybody give a shout out to Tito for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for the sub, by the way. Also, I want to give a shout out to DJ Santy for super chatting yesterday. Let me put DJ Santy up on the board.
Laugh out loud.
What have I done?
Thank you for that super chat yesterday, DJ Santy. You're the man, dude.
Their production lines, their military plants, their defense innovation centers defeated. Iran's leadership is in no better shape. Desperate and hiding, they've gone underground, cowering. That's what rats do. We know the new so-called...
Dude, you just called them rats. Hell yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Dude, Hegseth is the man.
not-so-supreme leader is wounded and likely disfigured. He put out...
So he may not even... The supreme leader may not even be alive, is some of what the rumors are saying. Look, I don't like seeing people die. I don't even like seeing people harmed. You know, that's why I want this war to be over quickly. I know why the war is necessary. Because, first off, Iran has done a lot of harm in the Middle East. Iran has been responsible for a lot of bullshit in the Middle East. They are the #1 state sponsor of terror. Iran's a terrible country. I should say it's a beautiful country. What I'm really saying is the Iranian government is terrible. Yeah, dude. Hey, Annie, what's up? It's good to see Annie. It's good to see Song Jones calling me Jaquan. I love it. Thank you, Song Jones. I appreciate it. But yeah, guys, make sure you guys tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. We're almost to 9,000, man. We're almost to 9,000 subs. I can't believe it, man. We're currently sitting pretty at 8,851 subs now. So we're only 49 subs away from hitting 8,900. So let's see if we can get to 8,900 in a quick amount of time, man.
Our statement yesterday, a weak one, actually. But there was no voice and there was no video. It was a written statement. He called for unity. Apparently killing tens of thousands of protesters is his kind of unity.
Yeah, it's disgusting. The fact that the Ayatollah or whatever, asshola, is killing protesters for basically protesting the current regime, that's a sign that the current regime deserves to be replaced. I mean that. I think a weak Iran is a good Iran. Once again, I say this. A weak Iran is a good Iran at this point because they have sponsored terrorism. They have made the Middle East even worse. So like I've been saying, man, a weak Iran is a good Iran. Whether people want to admit that or not. Whether people want to admit it or not.
Iran has plenty of cameras and plenty of voice recorders. Why a written statement? I think you know why. His father, dead. He's scared, he's injured, he's on the run, and he lacks legitimacy. It's a mess for them. Who's in charge? Iran may not even know.
Yeah, I think with some of the reports that are coming out about whatever the hell the dude's name was, Soleimani, his son. Hey, thank you for sharing the stream, Annie. I really appreciate you sharing the stream. Everybody, let's give a shout out to Annie for sharing the stream on X. If you guys can, share the stream on your X accounts, share the stream on your social medias, whatever you can, because I'm trying to cut through the crap, right? And I do believe that anybody who's siding with Iran in this instance is a fool. The Iranian government's been terrible, if we're going to be honest. The Iranian government has been awful, awful, and awful, all right? So I do hope the war ends soon. I mean, we've already crippled pretty much their majority of their military, so I'm pretty sure this war is going to end very quickly. As far as a regime change goes, I don't know what the result is going to be. with the regime change, but I think it's going to happen pretty swiftly, pretty quickly. I think it deserves to happen quickly. Let's keep watching Hegseth, though.
Every passing hour, we know, and we know they know, that the military capabilities of their evil regime are crumbling. They can barely communicate, let alone coordinate. They're confused, and we know it. Our response? We will keep pressing. We will keep pushing, keep advancing. No quarter, no mercy for our enemies. Yet some in this crew, in the press, just can't stop. Allow me to make a few suggestions. People look up at the TV and they see banners, they see headlines. I used to be in that business, and I know that everything is written intentionally. For example, a banner or a headline, Mideast war intensifies, splashing on the screen the last couple of days, alongside visuals of civilian or energy targets that Iran has hit, because that's what they do.
He's saying these media companies are basically intentionally making headlines that make the U.S. presence in Iran seem like a bad idea, is what I'm thinking he's saying. That's my opinion of what Hegseth is saying. He's saying a lot of these headlines about the Iran war are complete BS. That a lot of these media companies that don't like Trump, that don't like Hegseth, that basically don't really like the United States, are actively rooting. It feels like a lot of these mainstream media companies are actively rooting against the U.S. in this war. Allegedly. That's what I'm taking away from this. That's my opinion. That's all it is. We'll see, though.
What should the banner read instead? How about Iran increasingly desperate? Because they are. They know it, and so do you, if it can be admitted. Or more fake news from CNN. Reports
CNN, the king of fake news, man.
That the Trump administration underestimated the Iran war's impact on the Strait of Hormuz.
If you guys think that CNN's a piece of crap, dude, subscribe to the channel. If you guys are tired of the mainstream media and think the mainstream media is lying to you, please subscribe to the channel. If you guys think that the war in Iran is going to be done in like 2 to 3 weeks, subscribe to the channel. Let's go.
Patently ridiculous, of course. For decades, Iran has threatened shipping in the Strait of Hormuz. This is always what they...
Yeah, this is something that Iran's done for a long time. They've constantly threatened shipping in Hormuz. If anything, crippling Iran's military makes the Strait of Hormuz that much safer. You kidding me? It makes it that much safer. And that's the truth, man.
They do hold the strait hostage. CNN doesn't think we thought of that. It's a fundamentally unserious report. The sooner David Ellison takes over that network, the better. Another example.
CNN honestly is so terrible, dude. They're the reason, by the way, CNN is one of the primary reasons I don't trust the mainstream media. They are one of the primary reasons I have zero trust in the mainstream media. I don't even trust Fox News, to be honest. I will watch these news networks. I will watch the coverage of the news on these news networks for entertainment purposes on my channel. But outside of this channel, I don't watch the news. The only time I watch the news and stuff is on my channel, reacting to it in real time. Outside of me streaming the news and reacting to it, I don't watch the news. I don't trust Fox. I don't trust CNN. I don't trust MSDNC. I don't trust any of the mainstream media outlets. I just don't. I think the mainstream media honestly has become the enemy of the people. That's my opinion. Just an opinion. But I don't trust the mainstream media. I don't think a lot of people do at this point. CNN lost its trust with the people a long time ago. Yeah, it's, you know, CNN, Fox News, and MSNBC are no different than my channel. They're not real journalists. I'm not a real journalist. I'm here just giving my opinion on what I see. I'm an opinion network. I don't pretend. I don't prance around and say, ooh, Michael Garza show's the #1 show on YouTube and news. No, I know I'm not a news channel. I know I'm here throwing spitballs from the back of the classroom at half of this shit because I'm making fun of the news. I mean, I'm curious about what's going on. Don't get me wrong, I glaze Trump a lot. We glaze Trump a lot on this channel, 24/7. But at the same time, I at least admit that I'm biased. I at least admit this is an opinion show and not a news show. And if you guys think that this is a news show, you're stupid. I love you, but you're stupid. Let's keep watching.
Of a fake headline that I saw yesterday. War widening. Here's a real headline for you for an actual patriotic press. How about Iran shrinking, going underground? See, you see, Iran's leaders are hiding in bunkers and moving into civilian areas.
Yeah, they are. I mean, dude, this is getting serial, man. This is getting super serial. If you guys can, though, make sure you guys tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. We're currently sitting pretty at 8,853 subs. Like I said, we're currently sitting pretty at 8,853 subs. We're trying to get to 8,900 before the stream ends. I think we could do it. I think we can get to
Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
Hey, thank you so much, Connor Blast, for subscribing to the channel. Let me put your name back on the board. Hey, everybody, give a shout-out to Connor Blast for subscribing to the channel.
Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
But yeah, the only time I even watch the news is on this is when I'm live streaming on my channel to react to the news. That's about it, man. I'm just reacting. I'm giving my raw opinion. I don't spend a lot of time watching the news. And if anything, I kind of stay away from the news because I think the news is poison for the soul. But I think it's appropriate to mock the news. I think it's appropriate to mock CNN, to mock MSNBC. And thank you guys for subscribing. We just got like 4 subscribers in a couple seconds. So we're currently sitting pretty at 8,857 subscribers. Once again, we're sitting pretty at 8,857 subs. Tyler Bringes, thank you for subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it. Everybody give a shout out to Tyler Bringes for subscribing to the channel. Thank you, bro. I appreciate your subscription, man. We're getting more subscribers every day. I love it, man. Hey, look, the oil prices are going to go up in the meantime, man. The oil prices are definitely going to go up in the meantime. All right? I know that I see people complaining in the chat, oh, the oil prices are going up. Yeah, of course they are. And they're going to continue to go up for a little bit. There's going to be some temporary hurt, but in the long term, if you guys have... Here's the problem with everybody. Everybody has such short-term thinking. They can't see the bigger picture of what's happening. The reason that the reason this is good is Iran needs to be weak. The weaker Iran is, the less damage they could do in the Middle East. That's all there is to it. If Iran can't do any damage and Iran has better leadership, I'm okay with that.
Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
Thank you so much, Amir, for subscribing to the channel. Everybody, let's give a shout-out to Amir. Thank you, Amir, for subscribing to the channel. I'm going to put Amir's name back up on the board just because I do respect people who subscribe to the channel.
Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
Thank you, Amir. I appreciate your subscription. Tyler Bringes says, no problem. Keep up the good work. Thanks for being sensible. Dude, that's one of the things I always try to bring to this channel is a certain form of sensibility. I feel like, we get lied to by the news constantly. The mainstream media constantly is lying to us. I don't trust the mainstream media for shit. That's one of the reasons why I do this channel is, one, I like to give opinions. I like to call out the bullshit. Mainly, I like to call out the bullshit from the mainstream media. Because I think the mainstream media is, at this point, it feels like they become the enemy of the people to some degree. And I don't think anybody should trust the mainstream media, if I'm going to be quite honest. But let's keep going, man.
The only thing that is widening is our advantage. Not to mention our Gulf partners stepping up even more, now going on the offense, and have always been with us on the defense with collective and integrated air defenses. Our will, it is unshakable. Our options, maximized, and our capabilities still building. We're going up, they're going down. As I said from the start, President Trump holds the cards. He'll determine the pace, the tempo, and the timing of this conflict. His hand firmly on the wheel, as well
My man,
as
dude.
on the throttle setting. America first.
My man's on the wheel, dude. My man's got it, dude. Trump's got it, whether you guys like to admit it or not. Trump has got it, dude. Trump is on the right path.
Peace through strength in action. From day one, as our nation expects and the president demands, our warriors have fought with lethality, precision, and rapid.
If you guys can, though, please tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Once again, tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Look, dude, we love Trump on this channel. We're Trump fans. I think Trump's a great president, man. I know that you guys don't agree with me. I know there's a lot of leftists that come into the chat and start trying to ruin everything. And to all the leftists in the chat, dude, Donald Trump's your daddy. Donald Trump is your zaddy, all right? To all the leftists in the chats who are angry at me for liking Trump, I like Trump. You guys can get as angry as you want, but I love Trump. I think he's a great president. I don't think he's that bad. I think that this war in Iran, I'm not a fan of war, but I do understand why it's happening. Look, a weak Iran militarily speaking is a good Iran, all right? It means Iran cannot do any more damage in the Middle East than it's already done. Iran has been one of the largest state-sponsored state sponsors of funding terrorism in the Middle East. So, like, come on. I think we're all aware that Iran sucks. Is all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say.
Rapid innovation. In fact, today will be, yet again, the highest volume of strikes that America has put over the skies of Iran and Tehran. The number of sorties and number of bomber pulses, the highest yet, ramping up and only up. And quantity has a quality of its own as we continue to ramp up. Every tool of AI, of cyber, of space, EW, counter UAS, you name it, we're employing it. Blinding, confusing, and
Tyler Bringus says, I'm going to head back to work. Have a nice day. Good luck on the 8.9K, and God bless. I'll be tuning in often. Thank you, Tyler. I appreciate it. Just have an incredible rest of the day, brother. Have an incredible rest of the day, bro. Thank you so much, man. Hey, big shout out to everybody who's liked and subscribed to the channel. The fact that we've gotten so many subscribers in such a short amount of time is honestly a testament to everybody who's subscribed to the channel, man. I just appreciate each and every one of you guys. Like I said, if you guys don't want to miss out on any episodes, make sure you tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does keep the channel afloat. In a lot of ways, it keeps the channel funded. The simple act of just tapping the subscribe button. It's free. Subscribing is absolutely free, by the way. And we're growing at an exponential rate, which is amazing. But no, I appreciate everybody, man. You guys have made this show incredible, and you guys are keeping it going.
Deceiving our enemy. Because we know who the good guys are here. And the American people do too. And that makes me...
Oh, shit. We're at 8,864 subscribers. We're only... we're trying to get to 8,900 by the end of the stream, and I think we could do it. We have gotten so many subscribers in such a short amount of time. I love it.
My job, simple. I serve God, the troops, the country, the Constitution, and the President of the United States.
This one's for you,
answer
Pete.
only to those. All in service of victory on the battlefield and the military objectives that we've laid out from day one. Defeat the missiles, missile launchers, and defense industrial base, which I laid out today. Defeat the Navy and deny Iran the ability to have a nuclear weapon.
Thank you
Clear,
for subscribing to the
decisive,
Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
Hey, thank you so much to Karachi Urban Psychiatric Addiction Hospital.
Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
Hey, thank you, Pedro Rodriguez, for subscribing as well. Let's give a shout-out to Pedro Rodriguez and Karachi Urban Psychiatric Addiction Hospital. Let me put those names back up on the board real quick. I'm going to put both their names
Thank
back
you for
up on the board.
subscribing to the Michael Garza
thank you, guys.
Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
Man, we're getting subscribers left and right. This is crazy. Thank you guys for tapping
Thank you
the
for
subscribe button.
subscribing
Whoa,
to the Michael
yeah,
Garza
thank you.
Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
Oh, we got another subscriber, Midas_official. Thank you, Midas_official. Let's go.
Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget
Thank
to
you,
tap
brother.
the
I appreciate
subscribe
the
button
subscribe,
in
brother.
the upper right-hand corner.
Hey, man, we're getting more and more subscribers every day. This is crazy. So thank you again, Midas_official. Let's put your name back up on the board.
Thank you for
man.
subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
This is crazy, dude. We're getting like, I mean, I'm loving this. The amount of subs we're getting in such a short amount of time, though, dude, is crazy. So thank you guys for tapping the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow in more ways than one. We're trying to get to 8,900 before the stream ends. I think we could pull it off. But yeah, man, we're doing it.
Achievable. And Admiral Cooper knows, the CENTCOM commander who we spent a couple of hours with last night, that in pursuit of those objectives, we have his back in every way. His commanders know that, and so do the troops in harm's way. Admiral Cooper gets what he needs, the assets, the authorities, the munitions, you name it. We will stop at nothing to win. War is hell.
I think that Pete Hegseth wants this war to end soon. I could tell, but if you take a look at his eyes, man, you could tell he wants this to end. He wants there to be peace in the Middle East. I don't know if it's ever going to be possible. The Middle East is so chaotic. But we'll see. We'll see what the result ends up being. I don't know. The Middle East is crazy, dude.
War is chaos. And as we saw yesterday with the tragic crash of our KC-135 tanker, bad things can happen. American heroes. All of them. And as I have with all of them, as we have, we will greet those heroes at Dover, and their sacrifice will only recommit us to the resolve of this mission. But war in this context and in pursuit of peace is necessary, which is why each day on bended knee we continue to appeal to heaven, to Almighty God's providence, to watch over and give special skill and confidence to our leaders and to our warriors. To those warriors who this nation prays for every single day, I hear from all of you out there who pray for them every day. Stay on bended knee and pray for them. I continue to say to them, Godspeed. May the Lord bless you and keep going. Mr. Chairman.
Dude, Hegseth is amazing, man. I mean, he's an amazing dude. I really think he's pretty cool. To anybody who doesn't like Pete Hegseth, man, I don't know what your problem is. I don't know. But I want to thank you guys for tapping the subscribe button. We're currently sitting pretty at 8,864 subs. Once again, we're sitting pretty at 8,864 subs. So don't forget to tap the subscribe button. Let's go, dude.
Chairman, over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us today. Before I start with an update, I also want to address the tragic loss of our KC-135 refueling aircraft yesterday. The incident occurred over friendly territory in western Iraq while the crew was on a combat mission, and again, was not the result, as CENTCOM has said, was not the result of hostile or friendly fire. We're still treating this as an active rescue and recovery operation. As CENTCOM announced this morning, 4 airmen have been recovered, and the Air Force and U.S. Central Command will provide updates as information becomes available.
Damn, that's sad, dude. Holy shit, man. Dude, that sucks. Who knows what the hell happened? Hopefully they're able to get an answer soon.
Please keep these brave airmen, their families, friends, and units in your thoughts in the coming hours and days. Our service members make an incredible sacrifice to go forward and do the things that the nation asks of them. It's a reminder of the true cost of the dedication and commitment of the Joint Force. We're also aware of a fire on board the USS Gerald R. Ford. We're thinking about the crew there who are injured in the fire. We believe and hope that everyone will be okay, and we're grateful for that. And for any further questions on that, we'd refer you to NAVCENT or to the Navy. This morning, we enter the 13th day of Operation Epic Fury, and we continue to make progress towards our military objectives. As the Secretary said, today will be our heaviest day of kinetic fires across the operating area. CENTCOM continues to attack ballistic missile and drone capabilities so that they are no longer a threat.
FMods47 says, imagine supporting it. Dude, you probably support Iran, you sicko. If you support Iran's government, then you're a sicko. Anybody who's supporting Iran, if you live in the USA and you want Iran to win this, you're a piece of crap, dude. Go move to Iran. Just go move to Iran. Get the hell out of here, dude. Just get the F out, dude. Crazy.
Threat to U.S. forces, our bases, or our partners. They're continuing to destroy the Iranian Navy to ensure freedom of navigation, and this means going after Iran's mine-laying capability and destroying their ability to attack commercial vessels. And we're targeting their defense industrial base so they cannot rebuild the capabilities that can harm America's interests or our partners in the future. As Admiral Cooper said in his update on Wednesday, Iranian combat power continues to decline as a result of the continued strikes, as the Secretary talked about. We've attacked over 6,000 targets, and our strike packages continue to launch every hour, and we've maintained an unprecedented number of sorties up overhead of Iran. CENTCOM is now persistently over the enemy, and a result, we've seen a reduction in missile and one-way attack fires, as the Secretary said. In less than 2 weeks, we've rendered the Iranian Navy combat ineffective and continue to attack naval vessels, including all of their Soleimani-class warships, which were armed with anti-ship missiles and anti-aircraft weapons.
Damn.
We've made progress, but Iran still has the capability to harm friendly forces and commercial shipping. And our work on this effort continues. But I want to make something.
Well, I hope that they're able to stop Iran in their tracks as soon as possible. Dude, because the Strait of Hormuz, I mean, dude, Iran's been attacking and making things difficult in the Strait of Hormuz for a while. So I don't know, man. Let's keep going, though, man. Let's keep seeing what's happening here.
Clear. The only thing preventing commercial traffic and flow through the straits right now, which there is some through the straits, is Iran. They are the belligerents here holding the straits closed, although there is some traffic moving through there. We've made it a priority to target Iran.
I think we should just be done with Iran, dude. I mean, Iran sucks, dude. I want their entire government to be toppled. Iran's terrible. They need new leadership. They need new leadership in Iran. They need to have no military. They need to be weak as hell, because a weak Iran is a good Iran for the Middle East. Because honestly, they've been the biggest bully in the Middle East, Iran has. And if people don't recognize that, then that's a problem. So go the U.S. military, man. I'm actively hoping that they're able to get it done as quickly as possible. And, yeah, I want to see the U.S. win this conflict.
Iran's mine-laying enterprise, their mine layers, the naval bases and depots, in addition to the missiles that could influence the straits. And CENTCOM continues to attack those efforts. And we continue to make progress on the industrial base to include factories, weapons, warehouses that are stored in. And we will continue to do so in the coming days, especially today. Now, as I often do, I want to share a little bit about our incredible joint force. Today, I'm going to talk about our incredible artillery force comprised of American soldiers and Marines who've been sinking ships, destroying depots, and launching Army tactical missile systems, or ATACMS, precision strike missiles, or PRISMs, and high-mobility rocket systems, or HIMARS. From outside Iran, our Army and Marine artillerymen are hitting sites that Iran relies on to project power beyond their borders and protect our deployed. In just the first 13 days of this operation, our artillery forces have made history. They fired the first precision strike missiles ever used in combat, reaching deep in.
Damn, dude. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, what we've been able to do, I mean, what the U.S. military has been able to accomplish, man, is insane. I mean, these are some good statistics that he's throwing out, bro. These are some good wins. I mean, the U.S. is winning on this one. Like, I don't know, like, anybody who says the U.S. isn't winning, I mean, I don't know what your problem is. I don't know where you're coming from. But if you think the U.S. isn't winning this, if you guys think that Iran has any shot at all at winning this conflict, then you're crazy.
They've used Army ATACMS to sink multiple ships, including a submarine, and they've done all of this with the precision and determination that comes from relentless training and trust in each other and in their weapon systems. Yesterday, I had the incredible honor and privilege of speaking with some of our young soldiers from the 3rd Battalion, 27th Field Artillery Regiment out of Fort Bragg, North Carolina, the unit and the crew that fired the first precision strike missiles. The soldiers I met came from all over this great country: New York, Texas, Delaware, California. One had been in the Army only 6 months and been in the unit for 2 months and was already deployed. He was the youngest at 20, but you would not know it from the way that they talked about their mission. The others were 22 and 28 years old. They spoke with a sense of calm pride, purpose, and clarity.
That's wild, man.
Clearly, they understand the weight of what they're doing and the people who depend on them. I asked them to walk me through a fire mission. I asked not just what they do, but what they feel, especially those first crew members on this particular mission. These soldiers basically live in these vehicles behind us. The cab, very tight, 2 folks sit next to each other with the crew commander behind them. It's jammed inside there with their personal weapons and kit. And they sit and wait for a fire mission. And when that fire mission comes, they close the armored doors and begin to program the systems. They then throw 3 simple toggle switches, and 10 to 15 feet behind them, a rocket motor ignites, and the round is headed downrange to do the nation's work. I asked these youngsters, these young, awesome Americans, what does that feel like? And one of them just looked at me and said, "It's awesome." No drama.
It's awesome. I love it. That's a great response. That's a beautiful response.
No hesitation, in the middle of the day, in the middle of the night.
Okay, so Neva is asking, did I okay, so I got to address Neva real quick. Neva, under pressure, is asking, did you email Jeffrey? Did you fly on the jet? Did you go to the island? I don't think I ever emailed Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, if I did, it was by accident. So, did I fly on Jeffrey Epstein's plane? I don't recall. Damn, dude, we're at 8,868 subs. Once again, we're at 8,868 subscribers. I think we're going to get to 8,900 subs by the end of the stream, man. So if you guys can, please tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow in more ways than one. It helps my schlangus grow. It helps me feel bigger. It helps me get bigger. It helps me feel bigger. So tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Let's keep going, dude.
In the sun, the rain, and the snow, flawless execution. Their Marine counterparts are out there doing the same thing every night. Same work, same pressure, same expectations, same results. And we hand tremendous and enormous responsibility to these young Americans, and they carry it with a level of maturity, grit, professionalism, and tenacity that makes me incredibly proud to be a part of their joint force. Their parents,
hell yeah, man! These people sound these young men and women sound incredible.
Parents and families would and should be incredibly proud, and their leaders and I trust them to do the deeds that they must do in difficult circumstances every single time. I also want to touch today a moment. I want to touch for a moment today on their leadership. These young Americans are led by extraordinary young leaders out at the tactical edge. Yesterday, the battery commander and her NCO were there with this crew on the same video screen. The two of them hardly said a word. They didn't have to. In their eyes, and in particular the commander's eyes, you could see the quiet trust and confidence she had in these soldiers and the rest of their battery. It came through loud and clear, and we appreciate their leadership. When I asked these soldiers yesterday, what is it that you need from the Secretary and I, they looked at each other, paused for a moment, and looked back at me and said, "More rounds, sir." It was awesome. So thank you to those
Amazing, dude. Amazing.
soldiers and Marines out on the firing line supporting our mission, and thank you to their families. Our joint force will continue today to deliver dynamic fires against the enemy from the land, sea,
Heck
and
yeah.
air. We remain deeply grateful for their service, and for the third time today, I'll mention that today will be our busiest day. This mission remains complex.
Larson Christopher's comment disappeared. I don't know, man. So, okay, sometimes YouTube is really weird about comments. Sometimes they will hide comments from me that I won't be able to see them. It's very frustrating. So I don't know if your comment disappeared or not. I have no idea, bro. Sorry about that. It's very frustrating. YouTube can be really frustrating with that shit. But yeah, man, we're at 8,869 subs. Once again, we're at 8,869 subscribers. Make sure you guys tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Let's keep watching this video. Let's keep reacting.
Dangerous and difficult, and every service member has a family waiting for them to return home. And I want to thank all of the families today who are supporting their deployed forces and those doing the work here in the States. On a personal note today, I also want to thank the joint staff and the team that I have the pleasure of working with. Some of them right here in this room. They are working 24 hours a day to deliver the options that we must to the Secretary and to the President. Today, as I close, I ask that we remember our fallen and those participating in the recovery operations to bring home our lost KC-135 crew, that we keep those service members and their families in their thoughts and prayers. Those are very, very, very tough days when that knock comes on the door for people on both sides of the door. Again, thank you to our deployed, thank you to our fallen, and to their families, and to the Joint Force. And with that, I'll turn it back to you, sir.
Mr. Chairman.
Alexandra Ingersoll, One America News. Can you tell us a little bit more about the Strait of Hormuz and when it might be fully operational again? And how do we ensure our objective of denying Iran a nuclear weapon if they continue to align with our adversaries?
So I'll take it and chime in, Mr. Chairman, if you'd like it all. I want to emphasize what the chairman said about that. The only thing prohibiting transit in the Straits right now is Iran shooting at shipping. It is open for transit should Iran not do that. Now, there's a reason why we chose as one of our primary objectives to destroy the Navy. We understood the ability to interdict shipping is something Iran has done for 40 years. It's key terrain. They've used it as leverage. The world is seeing what they'll do to fight back in that context. And so we've heard them talk about taking various measures, and we're planning for all of them. So we have a plan for every option here. We're working with our interagency partners, and that's not a strait we're going to allow to remain contested or with a lack of flow of commercial goods. So we're aware of that. We're laser focused on our military objectives, but also want to make sure our partners across this government understand we're working with you to make sure that energy flows. And that's an important part.
Hell yeah.
And the second question was on the nuclear capability. As we've said from the beginning, their strategy shifted just from defense of their nuclear facilities to a conventional umbrella of so many missiles that no one would challenge their ability to the opportunity to defeat their nuclear capabilities. And it was growing by the day. So with Iran at its weakest moment, going at that ballistic missile capability creates an opportunity to ensure at any point in time that Iran give up their nuclear capabilities, or if need be, you prevent them from doing it, as the president has done once already with Operation Midnight Hammer, obliterating those capabilities. So the conventional side is a huge part at getting at denying nuclear capabilities, if you have anything you want to add.
I appreciate the question. I'm not going to comment on what we may or may not be thinking about any options that the Joint Force could be tasked to do in the future, whether it's on the nuke matter or anything else. Thank
Are
you.
you
though.
confident
But we have
in the
options.
assessment of the mines that are in the Strait of Hormuz and our ability to, obliterate them?
We retain a range of options to solve a whole variety of problems, and that is one set of options that we have, that we hold on to. So,
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Secretary Hegseth. Mary Margaret with Daily Wire. Thank you both for the update. ABC News has updated its story from yesterday, clarifying that the FBI report on Iran possibly striking California was unverified. I just want to ask you, what impact did that original reporting have on the public, and does Iran even have the ability to conduct such a strike? And then just really quickly on another note, what role did Vice President Vance play in counseling the president on this conflict? Can you speak to some of the media reporting suggesting that there is a division there?
That reporting on California obviously had no impact on us. Also, we're used to bad reporting. We're used to ill-informed reporting. And so it doesn't change how we operate, but we engage with it to prove that it's not true, as CENTCOM has done so well. Ultimately, I look at the reports on a daily basis of our interagencies all over it. My partners across government are all over, looking for indications and warnings.
Well, I could say one thing. I mean, they definitely seem to know their stuff. I know people are not like the biggest fans of Hegseth, but I don't think he's that bad, man. I don't. I think he's honestly one of the coolest dudes. People are hating. People are hating on him. I get it. I don't like it. I don't like the hate, dude. It's terrible, right? Pisses me off. But no, it's bullshit, dude. It's bullshit. I think you guys can agree with me. That's BS. You know what I mean? Come on. You guys know I'm right. You guys know I'm right. Right? I think you guys know I'm the man. I'm the man. What are you talking about, Brony? I don't know what half of you guys on here are talking about. You guys are getting crazy. The chat's getting wild, dude. The chat is getting wild. There are a lot of leftists in the chat that I've noticed. Far too many leftists are hanging out in the chat and being like super gross. And what's up with the leftists in the chat, dude? You guys gonna be nice? You guys gonna be nice to Zaddy? Come on, bro. Anyway, let's keep on rolling.
Keeping the American people safe. There's a lot of things Iran has said it
Be
can
nice
do
to Zaddy.
for a long time. Thankfully, including engaging their proxies and getting them involved in the fight, which they haven't been able to do. So we're watching that very closely. And as far as the vice president, he's an incredible leader of this team as well.
Dude, J.D. Vance is a stud, dude. I want to see more from J.D. Vance. As much as I like Pete Hegseth, but I want to see more from J.D. Vance. I just want to see more from him. And by the way, like I said, I love Pete Hegseth's demeanor. He's well spoken. He's a little intense, sure. He's got kind of an intense demeanor. I get it, but honestly, I like what Hegseth has been doing. He's been leading this front, man. He's been leading this front, and honestly, he's rolling it. Pete Hegseth is doing a good job. So is J.D. Vance, man. And they're both working together, dude. J.D. is working behind the scenes just as much as Hegseth. Hegseth is kind of just giving the reporting, but I think J.D. Vance is really helping out the cause too, from what I've been able to tell. Let's keep going, man.
alongside the president and the Secretary of State. I can't say enough great stuff about this team, how it works together, how it provides options to the president and the vice president every single day is a key voice in that, an indispensable voice in that, actually. In the middle there, red tie, yes.
Hey, thank you guys for subscribing to the channel, though. We're currently sitting pretty at 8,873 subs. Once again, we're at 8,873 subscribers, so make sure you guys tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. So the more subscribers we get, the better. We're a smaller channel. We're trying to get to 8,900 subs by the end of this stream. We're only like 27 subscribers away from hitting 8,900. And then after 8,900, man, we're trying to get to 9,000. So the sooner we get to 9,000, the better. We're really seeing what we can accomplish. So I want to thank everybody who's taken the time to subscribe to the channel. And let's go, dude.
Michael Gordon, Wall Street Journal. Iran is thought to have 440 kilograms of highly enriched uranium in at least 2 locations and several thousand kilograms of lower purity material. Can you conclude this mission successfully without physically taking control of that material, or are you counting on diplomatic negotiations to provide some measure of control leading to its removal? You've mentioned missiles, you've mentioned drones, military industry. You haven't stipulated.
Yeah, I am kind of curious. How are they going to get rid of the uranium? Because Iran, last time I checked, has a lot of enriched uranium. So, I mean, what are they going to do with that? Like, what's the next step here?
Stipulated that taking care of that material is a mission priority.
We've said from the beginning, deny Iran nuclear weapons as a core mission. We retain options across the spectrum to ensure that they never do. And President Trump has said that. And that's why this mission actually couldn't have been possible without Midnight Hammer, without what those B-2s did going across and obliterating those facilities. That set the condition for the opportunity to do what we're doing now. So the president's kept his eye focused on nuclear capabilities. And I will say we have a range of options, up to and including Iran deciding that they will give those up, which of course we would welcome. They weren't willing to do in negotiations. I would never tell this group or the world what we're willing to do or how far we're willing to go, but we have options for sure. Right next to him.
Me?
No, right there.
Right here, sir? Right here? I'll take it for
Quarter
sure.
zip right there, yep. No, you, yep.
Okay, thank you, sir. Can you please provide some guidance? It's been 13 days in. Can you please provide some guidance, both of you, about the strike on the girls' school? There's been reporting that indicates that preliminary inquiry, even though it's on...
Yeah, this is a question that's been asked by reporters several times. And I feel like there just hasn't been a straight answer, and I'm wondering if Pete's going to give a straight answer to this. I am curious about this question. Was it America who did? Was it the American military who did this somehow? I don't think it was. I think Iran would... I could see Iran bombing their own civilian facilities. I could see that. Because Iran's terrible, dude. Iran's government is awful. But I do want to thank you guys for taking the time to subscribe to the channel. We're now sitting pretty at 8,875 subs. Once again, we're at 8,875 subscribers, so I want to thank everybody for taking the time to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Man, you guys have been incredible. You guys have helped this channel grow in so many ways. Let's keep watching Pete.
Has determined that the airstrike was carried out by the United States. Given that there is another competing narrative that this was done intentionally, can you provide us with some guidance about whether this was the case? Secondly, we are also getting, we had heard yesterday from Energy Secretary Wright that said that the U.S. Navy would not be ready until the end of the month to provide escorts through the Strait of Hormuz. Is that an accurate assessment? And if so, can you tell us why? Thank you.
Well, with an issue on your first topic, an issue of such seriousness, we're not going to let reporting lead us or force our hand into indicating what happened in a particular situation, because the truth matters. So I can report that CENTCOM has designated an investigating officer to complete a command investigation. The command investigation will take as long as necessary to address all the matters surrounding this incident. And the investigating officer is from outside CENTCOM and is a general officer. But I will note to this group and to the world, there's only one entity in this conflict between us and Iran that never targets civilians. Literally never targets civilians. I look at the process that's used on dynamic strikes or on boat strikes and others. We have a very high fidelity process in that case. So we don't target, Iran does. We will investigate, we'll get to the truth, and we'll share it when we have it. Absolutely.
Okay, so they still don't have a firm answer. Okay. There was a reporter that lied to Trump the other day then that said that they did have an answer. Supposedly. Hey guys, thank you guys for subscribing to the channel though. If you guys love Pete Hegseth and think he's pretty cool, tap the subscribe button. If you guys love Donald Trump as much as I do, tap the subscribe button as well. The more subscribers we have, the better. We're tired of the woke agenda on this channel. We're tired of the woke. We're tired of living in clown world. We're tired of woke people telling us what to do. So if you guys are tired of woke people telling you what to do and how to live your life, please subscribe to the channel. We're starting a bit of a movement. We're starting the anti-woke movement, but we're really pro. At the end of the day, we are pro-America. We want to see America get better. We want to see America heal. I think that the 4 years of Biden was terrible for America. I think 4 years of Biden really wrecked us. And I think what Donald Trump is doing right now, I think he's on the right path. And yeah, so make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you love JD Vance as well. Look, I'm not the biggest fan of war, but I'm not a fan of war at all. But honestly, the Iran conflict seems to be necessary. And I want to see America win this. So let's root for America and let's hope Iran surrenders ASAP. Maybe Iran will surrender. It's in their best interest to, because they clearly have no legs to stand on.
And what was the second
About the Strait of Hormuz, about the Navy, Secretary Wright.
It's a tactically complex environment, and before I think we want to take anything through there at scale, we want to make sure that we do the work pursuant to our current military objectives to do that safely and smartly. So we're continuing to develop.
And we do a lot of work.
Yeah.
And like I said, it is dynamic, but this is, I think, almost by 20% the largest day of strikes. And as I said, our intelligence just gets better and better. That feedback loop feeds itself. And as we refine those targets, it exponentially increases.
Can we just give a shout out to Pete Hegseth, man? I still think that this guy is just an incredible human being, dude. I think he's doing some good work, bro. He's doing good work.
Increases what we can hit and why, to include strategic things the world's talking about and looking at. And it's our job to have a plan for it, which we do, to address it, and ensure that the president has options. We've done that from the beginning in this department. He'll have options on that topic as well. Right here.
Thank you. That's right, sir.
An investigation is an investigation. That's what it is. It doesn't mean anything other than that. Yes.
Ryan Morgan with the Epic Times. Regarding today's busy day of strikes, last week you guys discussed the progress of the air campaign to gain air superiority and to transition from these standoff weapons launched at range to more overhead strikes. Can you now say that these strikes today are going to rely...
Bill Davis says, I subscribed just to call this guy a brainwashed turd and am unsubscribing. Well, hey, thank you, Bill Davis, for subscribing, even if it's for a split second. Anybody who thinks Bill Davis is a moron, please subscribe to the channel. We're currently sitting pretty... Oh, now we just got even more subscribers. We're currently sitting pretty at 8,880 subs. Once again, we're at 8,880 subscribers. So I want to thank everybody who's taken the time to subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot. You guys are keeping the channel afloat. The more subscribers we get, the better. But once again, we're at 8,880 subs. 30 subscribers, by the way, in about an hour. We've gotten 30 subscribers in about 1 hour. That might be a record for the show. That may be a record for the show. So I want to thank everybody for taking the time to subscribe. You guys mean a lot to me. Let's keep going, man.
entirely on stand-in over-the-top weapons, or are standoff range weapons still in play?
It's a great question. I can say based on the report I read this morning at 0600, only 1% of the munitions we're using today are standoff munitions. The rest are over-the-top, the types of which we have a plethora, which was our goal from the beginning. You use standoff, which are more exquisite. You transition to a much larger magazine depth, ensuring that you're preserving all the capabilities you have and your options across the force. Absolutely.
Has Iran placed any mines
Right
since
here,
the war
Lisa.
started? Is Iran placing new mines?
We've heard them talk about it, just like you've reported recklessly and wildly about it. But we have no clear evidence.
Yeah, Pete Hegseth is calling this reporter out, dude, being like, hey, you've been reporting recklessly and you're a piece of crap. Dude, good job, Hegseth. Calling out some of these stupid-ass reporters. By the way, it sucks because a lot of these reporters from the mainstream media, they lie through their teeth, man. They serve more misinformation than anybody. So... give me a moment. Okay.
We have no clear evidence of that.
Thank you,
Right
sir.
here.
Mr. Secretary, given everything the U.S. have accomplished in the last 24 hours, as of today, how do you define success in this military option?
Damn, dude, we're at 8,000. I can't believe this, guys. This is the fastest level of subscribership we've ever had. We in roughly an hour, we've gotten about 34 new subscribers. We're currently sitting at 8,883 subs. Once again, we're sitting at 8,883 subscribers, man. This is unbelievable. And I love it, man. I love it. I want to thank each and every one of you guys. You guys have really made this possible. This is amazing. Oh, well, we did lose a subscriber just now. We're at 8,882 subs, but just to give you guys a little bit of inspiration to subscribe, here are some of the people who have subscribed in the last roughly 24 hours. I want to get everybody's name
Thank you
on
for
the board.
subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to put these beautiful people's names up on the board. These are just some of the people. While their names are floating on
Thank
the
you
board,
for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show.
I'm going to go make a sandwich.
Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
All right.
Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
But thank you guys for all subscribing, man. I appreciate it. Those are some of the people who subscribed under the last 24 hours, so I appreciate everybody for taking the time. All right, let's keep watching Hegseth, man.
And has that definition changed from day one? And also regarding Iran government telling countries hosting U.S. American bases that they could face attacks. What is the Pentagon doing about that?
First question is, what is the objective?
How do you define success as of today?
Yeah, I mean, we define success, again, 13 days in, by reaching the military objectives that we've laid out. Launchers, missile launchers, defense industrial base, their Navy, the ability to project power in the naval sense, leading toward denying them to get a nuclear weapon. And we've got internal metrics that look at that we represent to the president, who then can decide how long he'd like to continue in pursuit of those military objectives. So that hasn't changed. There's a lot of things a lot of people talk about, what they want us to do or what we should do or what we should stay focused on. And again, I've addressed this before, and I think it's worth saying again, mission creep, or expansive missions, or prolonged timelines, or democracy building, or nation building, you name it, has not been part of what President Trump wants us to be involved in. We're solving for something here, this particular mission set, but also recognizing this country's conditioned to previous leaders, whether it's George W. Bush or Barack Obama or Joe Biden, who had these expansive, nebulous mission sets that kept changing all the time. So the timeline kept moving, and we kept pouring more troops in and on the ground. And then pretty soon everyone wonders, like I did in Afghanistan in 2012, what's our mission here? I'm not clear what it is. We're taking the opposite of.
I will say this is one of the reasons why I like Hegseth, because he actually was. He served in a very prolonged war. He did. He knows that forever wars are not what we want. We want to try to get in, complete the objectives that were set out in the beginning as quickly as possible, get it out of the way, and that's it. That's the goal. So I love Pete Hegseth's attitude towards this. He wants to see the war end quickly. He doesn't want to see a prolonged war, and it's very smart of him. It's very awesome of him. If you guys can, though, make sure you guys tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. I can't believe it. We're at 8,885 subs. Once again, we're at 8,885 subscribers. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for being as incredible as you guys have been. You guys have kept the show alive. You guys have kept the show going. And for that, I'm honestly forever grateful. So the more subscribers we get, the better. So don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It's right there. If you guys love Donald Trump as much as I do, please subscribe. If you guys think that Pete Hegseth wants to see an end to the war quickly, subscribe to the channel. I think he does. I think he does, man. And he, he served in Afghanistan and all that stuff, and he wanted to see an end to all this. So I trust in Pete Hegseth on this one. I think he really wants to see an end to this war quickly and swiftly. So, and I think he's the right guy to lead everybody on this one. I think he's one of the right guys. Anyway, let's keep going.
Approach here and saying we've defined these objectives, we're pursuing those objectives. The president has his hand on the throttle and will decide ultimately when they've been reached that serve the purposes of the United States of America, American interests first.
And regarding the choice of countries hosting.
Yeah, right here.
Thank you, Secretary Hegseth. Polls show over 80% of Republicans support the president's military action in Iran, but there's some consternation in parts of the party, particularly from your fellow Fox News alum, Tucker Carlson. He called the war disgusting and evil, and then said of unconditional surrender, which the president has called for, means foreign troops get to rape your wives and daughters. Have you heard these comments, and what's your reaction to them?
We're busy executing on behalf of great patriotic Americans with a clear mission that's 47 years overdue, and we're going to execute on that regardless of what people say about it. Yeah, right here.
That was a great response, dude. Honestly, Hegseth's response right there, that was a hell of a response, dude.
Mr. Secretary, you have said that the U.S. military has essentially aerial superiority, naval superiority over Iran, yet we're not escorting ships through the Strait of Hormuz. Why? How did you not?
I am curious why we're not. Yeah, we should be escorting ships through the Strait of Hormuz. I believe that completely.
Plan for this?
We plan for it. We recognize it. Because ultimately we want to do it sequentially in a way that makes the most sense for what we want to achieve and ensure that we're sending the right signals to the world when we do so. So when Chris Wright speaks or we speak, it's based on a full assessment of what we're up against, what we want to say to the world, how that we want them to see and understand the conflict. It's like this whole idea of the war widening. That's what the press wants to make it look like it's widening and chaos is ensuing. No, we're actually closing in on grabbing hold of and controlling what objectives we want to achieve and how we want to achieve them. It's called shaping operations and setting the conditions. But when you shape the environment, you don't always tell. I mean, foolish political leaders and foolish military leaders of the past will hang an exact deadline on it. Or here's exactly when we'll do what we're going to do. Or here's how long it's going to take us.
Larson Christopher's asking, how many ships do you think we have in that region we used to escort ships when the Navy was 800 plus in size? Oh. Yeah, I think we should be escorting ships because of Iran's threat to the Strait, you know? I think Iran's threat to the Strait is it's a real one. If you guys can, though, don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. The more subscribers we get, the better. We're trying to get to 8,900 subs before the end of this stream. So if you guys can, subscribe button's right there in the upper right-hand corner. So don't forget to press it, because it really does help the channel grow, and we're trying to grow at the most massive scale possible. And we can't do it without you guys, so I really do hope that you guys tap the subscribe button and help this smaller channel grow. We're a smaller channel, but we really do want to grow. We're almost to 10,000 subs. We're almost to even 9,000, which is crazy. So the sooner we get to 9,000, the better. That means we're even closer to 10,000. We want to get to 10,000 so badly. We want to get to 10,000 badly, dude. But anyway. Oh, we just hit 8,888 subs. We just hit 8888. We're at 8,888 subscribers. I want to say thank you to everybody for subscribing. We are that much closer to 8,900. Once we get to 8,900, man, we're on the right path, dude. We're on the right path. Every day this channel grows, man. This channel gets bigger. This is we want to compete with CNN. We want to compete with Fox News. We want to throw spitballs at these corporations because we feel like the mainstream media has lied to us. Pete Hegseth is pissed at the mainstream media, by the way. Donald Trump is pissed at the mainstream media. We all should be. That's my opinion, at least.
And then if you meet that, maybe you meet it. But if you don't, you fail. And if you're far beyond, we know exactly what we're shaping and why. We're sending those signals working across the interagency. The Strait of Hormuz is something we've paid attention to from the beginning. And the American people can rest assured we will ensure that our interests are advanced, no doubt. Yeah, right there, green jacket.
Mike Bress with the Washington Examiner. How many American casualties have there been, and where were the American service members when they were injured?
I mean, it's a bunch of return to duty. So we've had the large majority have gone in for some medical treatment and return to duty. We've had in Kuwait, Jordan, down across the southern flank a little bit, a variety of places, most from one-way attack strikes.
But I want to clarify that. I think what we
And
tried to do
Saudi
here
Arabia.
is clarify those numbers rather than saying KIA or WIA wounded. Be more clear about that because the overwhelming majority, almost 90%.
Thank you for
God,
subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
Hey, let's give a shout out to Donald Hill for subscribing. Thank you, Donald Hill, for being a subscriber. Actually, you know what? I didn't really give a shout out to Way Massey, so I want to give a shout out to WAGIH Massey for subscribing.
Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
And let's give a shout out to Donald Hill. Thank you, Donald Hill, one more time for subscribing, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
We're getting tons of subscribers, man. I love it. I mean, we're getting more and more every day. And now we're currently sitting at 8,890. We're only 10 subscribers away from hitting 8,900. We're only 10 subs away from hitting 8,900. So I want to thank each and every one of you for being so involved in this show.
Return to duty, minor injuries, return to duty. And so that number can look a certain way, and our job is to add some fidelity to it. Absolutely, right here. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. David Zia, Real America's Voice. Can you share what types of munitions have been used on the attacks on commercial shipping? Have any hit mines? And are USVs... unmanned surface vehicles being used? And just a quick follow-up, were there any arrests in Fort Campbell with the drone thefts?
I'm not familiar with the Fort Campbell thing. The strikes that Iran has taken on shipping up north in the vicinity of Kuwait have been, I believe, from surface to surface missiles up there. We've not seen any.
Sorry about that, you guys.
USV
I was
activity.
sending a text to one of my buddies. He was just a little bit concerned, and he knows I've been kind of anxious, just about some of the things. I just got some personal things going on in my life, and but I've been I try to use anxiety as a tool a little bit. That the anxiety is a signal that I need to really hunker down and really do what I got to do. So.
Out of Iran that we've seen in the Gulf at this point.
Nor have any ships hit mines or anything.
Yeah, there's
like
been
that.
no.
It's still flowing through the
There's
strait.
been no strikes that we've.
One more time, right here.
Thank you so much. Heather Mullins, Lindell TV. My first question is, President Trump is set to meet with Xi Jinping in a couple weeks. How much support, if any, has China been given the Iranian regime? And then the second question, I know President Trump calling for an unconditional surrender.
Larson's saying you need a pickleball league. I need to play more pickup basketball is what I need to do. I think I need to find more pickup basketball leagues, not leagues, but just gyms where people are doing pickup basketball. I think that's probably a good thing. If I played a little more pickup ball, I think I'd probably be happier. There's nothing I like more than playing basketball when it comes to sports. Basketball really is my favorite sport of all time. It's such a fun game to play. It keeps me pretty happy, man. Basketball's an amazing sport. Anyway, let's keep watching Pete Hegseth kick ass.
Surrender from Iran, given that the U.S. is working in partnership with Israel on this whole operation. Is Iran expected to meet demands of both countries or just the U.S., and what are those demands?
Well, we're proud to partner with the incredible capabilities the Israelis have, but our objectives are our objectives, and so when those are met, as we meet those, we'll set the tempo.
And I don't think that. Here's the thing: Pete Hegseth is not going to give out their entire playbook to the journalists. They are going to do everything underground, and they're going to do the best they can. They're going to execute it in every way possible. If you guys can, though, please tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. We're currently sitting pretty at 8,892 subscribers. Once again, we're at 8,892 subs. So don't forget to tap the subscribe button. It really does help. But, yeah, no, I appreciate you guys tapping the subscribe button, though. Let's keep going.
Of when those are met. What was the first question?
He's meeting with Xi Jinping.
Oh,
in
yeah.
a couple
The president
weeks.
has
What's China's
has
role in all of
a
it?
historic relationship with President Xi. They look forward to having a dynamic conversation. Two powers. President Trump ultimately has established terms of that relationship, which advance the United States of America, and that meeting will continue to ensure we advance that.
Well, hopefully we make some sort of peace with China. I feel like we've been kind of on a bit of a standoff with China for a bit. Yeah. Let's take a look and see what Trump is saying about all this. Okay, here's one from Forbes. Let's see. Okay, so there's no real announcement here. Hold on. Give me a moment. We're looking. Looking for some content here. So, Pat Bet David is saying New York will lose $1 trillion. Mamdani's massive
They're so
death
far
tax.
inside that they have the mayor of the biggest city in America on his knees praying with other ISIS members, throwing ISIS signs. Rob, can you pull up the prayer of Mamdani?
Mamdani's terrible, dude. I am so shocked that New York elected him as their mayor. I guess I'm not shocked because the left is so what do you call it? What's the term called? Suicidal empathy. The left has a problem and it's called suicidal empathy. This is something I firmly believe. I believe the left has extreme levels of suicidal empathy. And I think it's going to destroy, it could destroy our civilization. I think people need to acknowledge that.
Donnie from New York City doing his prayer with others. Do you have that or... Did you guys see this clip here with him sitting down with others?
Oh, yes. Yeah, it was.
He's sitting down, he's doing his prayer, and then from there, he's saying, we're running out of money. I'll wait for Rob to find this. You should have it, Rob.
I have the money one right here.
Yeah, we'll go to that afterwards. First, let's go to the prayer, Rob.
It was right in City Hall, and they're all sitting on the rug.
Yeah, and
they're
there's
having
like guys
hummus.
praying.
They're having like a lunch and a prayer, and all of a sudden these guys off to the left of the one frame start throwing signs. And it's like, wow, what is that?
Democracy pretty much dies through itself in this kind of situation. It's like people voted for this, and then they suffer. It's just so disturbing.
Robert, it's less.
Well, yeah, and here's the thing, man. I think people who voted for Mamdani in New York, I mean, you guys are dumb. You know those 9/11 will never forget things that people had forever? I mean, clearly people of New York have forgotten about 9/11. And the fact of the matter is, I'm not a Mamdani fan. I think he's too much of a communist. He thinks that communism's a good idea. He constantly defends the bad behavior of a certain religion. I'm not going to say what that religion is. We all know what it is, though. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Mamdani. I think he might be the worst mayor already in New York history. He's just making things worse and worse and worse. He's got a shitty communist agenda. I don't like... I think that communism is such a bad idea. It's been historically proven to be a bad idea. Yet nobody... People... I don't know why the youth is so dumb. They don't read history. They don't care about history.
It's 36 hours, Rob.
Mamdani. It's everywhere, Rob. Okay, play the other clip, Rob. I'll find it, send it to you. If you want to just play the other clip first. This is Mamdani when it comes down to death taxes. Watch this. Go ahead.
Amidst being in the wealthiest city in the wealthiest country in the history of the world, we already see an exodus of working and middle-class New Yorkers. So I don't have a hesitation in asking those who make the most amount of money in this.
Yeah, people don't want to live in New York because it's stupid to live in a communist city like New York at this point. When you hire a guy like Mamdani, you're basically saying, hey, we want to turn New York fully communist, and we want to ruin New York the same way that Gavin Newsom's ruined California. I know there's a difference between mayor and governor, I get that, but what I'm trying to say is, what I'm trying to get at is New York City's cooked. I firmly believe that New York City is cooked because they hired Mamdani. They voted Mamdani as their mayor. That's a problem. That is a huge problem. And I think most people who know that communism, like myself, and socialism and things like that are just bad in general, he's going to ruin New York City. I mean, New York City already started sucking and has been on decline for a long time. But Mamdani is not making anything better, man. Yeah, it's just, dude, New York's just exactly Larson, dude. Larson Christopher on top of it, man.
city or the most profits in the city to pay a little bit more so that everyone can actually stay in this city. It's also something not just about justice or the ability for working class people to live here. It is also actually about ensuring that corporations can continue to attract the top talent to this city. Because in a city...
I don't think people want to move to New York City. People don't want to move. Intelligent people, actual intelligent people who accomplish things in life don't want to move to a communist city. No. I think communism, by the way, Mosquito 77, communism is a doom and gloom philosophy. When you have a communist as a mayor of a city, you've already killed your city. Because he's going to implement communist and socialist principles in his city. So anytime there's a shitty idea, you should have a reaction in saying that it's shit. Communism and socialism are bad ideas. You know it. You know it, Mosquito 77. By the way, you look like an older gentleman, Mosquito 77. I'm surprised. You know, whenever I see an old person, like in their 70s, believe wholeheartedly that communism works, I'm very suspicious of that person. Because it's like, you've grown older, you haven't grown any wiser somehow. Look, if you have read history, you know that communism is not good for humanity. Human beings and communism do not mix well together. Just saying. Yeah, I don't want to be in New York. I want to be as far away from New York as possible because communism is a poison. No, communism's a straight up poison, man. That's what I believe. If you guys believe that communism is a poison to society and it kills civilization, tap the subscribe button. And by the way, we're currently at 8,894 subscribers. Once again, we're at 8,894 subs. We're only 6 subscribers away from hitting 8,900, so we're on the right path. I'm very happy about that, and we're killing it, man. We're killing it.
Where childcare costs more than $20,000 a year, I've heard from corporate leaders about how difficult it is for them to attract individuals who would work at their companies but want to raise a family, because you could be making $300,000 a year and you will feel that $20,000 a year because of the fact that we have allowed for the absence of affordable childcare to become reality here in this city.
Tom.
Amidst...
It's... it's like...
It's the first...
Mom Donnie, I can't stand Mom Donnie. I'm curious. Thank you, Jack Ripper, for hitting the like button. Even if you're not subscribing, man, I do appreciate you hitting the like button, though. It really does help the channel grow in a lot of ways. So I don't expect everybody to subscribe. I want everybody to subscribe. I'd love it if everybody did, but I know that's not the reality. But more subscribers, the better. It does help the channel grow. So anybody who hasn't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. We're only 5 subs away. We're getting so many subscribers. We're currently sitting pretty at 8,895 subs. Once again, we're at 8,895 subscribers. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for tapping the subscribe button. It really does help the channel grow. We are growing at a rapid scale, and it is all thanks to you guys. So I want to thank each and every one of you guys for helping us get closer and closer and closer to the 10,000 subscriber mark. Let's keep watching Pat Bet David. I'm not the biggest fan of Pat.
It's the first time Tom doesn't have words.
You chase.
Thank you for subscribing to the Michael
out.
Garza Show. Nope. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Hey, let's give a shout-out to Dieselboy420 for subscribing to the channel. And once again, Dieselboy420, thank you for subscribing. Let me put you back up on the board here. Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. We're doing it, guys. We're doing it. We're at 8,896 subs. Once again, we're at 8,896 subscribers. We're only 4 subs away from hitting 8,900. So don't forget to tap the subscribe button. Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Oh, shit. We got another subscriber. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Hey, thank you. Hey, let's give a shout-out to AG47 for subscribing to the channel here. Let's give a shout-out to AG47 for subscribing to the channel. I'm going to put your name back up on the board. Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. You guys are so sexy. Thank you for subscribing, man. I appreciate that, AG47. Anybody else who wants to subscribe, please make sure that you tap the subscribe button. We're so close. We're only 3 subscribers away from hitting 8,900 subscribers. We are also getting closer to the 9,000 subscriber mark. It's over 9,000. What, 9,000? But we're so close to hitting. Oh, we just got another subscriber, man. We're at 8,898 subs. Holy crap, holy man. Thank you guys. I appreciate everybody for subscribing.
And what do you expect? You chase all the people out that are paying taxes so that the government can find ways to make maybe subsidized daycare to help workers be available and do something productive that helps everything come together. Instead, you stand there and say, well, you know, daycare is 20 grand a year, and even people 300 grand here, they have trouble making it. And you want to take half of it, right?
Can we actually give?
It's just crazy, man. Blue Nose Pity. Oh, we got Jaybird1743 subscribe. Thank you. Let's give a shout out to Jaybird1743 for subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much, Jaybird. Blue Nose Pity, I think you've already been subscribed to the channel unless you unsubbed and resubbed. But anyway, we'll give a shout out to Blue Nose Pity anyway. You've been a big part of the show. So everybody give a shout out to Blue Nose Pity, everybody. Thank you for subscribing. One more time, let's give a shout out to Jaybird1743 for subscribing to the channel. Don't forget, you guys, to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow in a lot of ways. And we're now, I think we just hit 8,900. Did we? Nope. We're at 8,898 subs. We're so close. Oh, we're so bloody close to the 8,900 mark, man. We're so close.
Give the exact stats, Rob. I just sent you this tweet if you want to pull that up. This is very important for all of us to. It is. This is very important to see the details of what he's doing. So Mamdani has proposed lowering the exemption on death taxes, estate tax, from 7.1 million down to 750. Okay. He also increased the death.
Really? Oh, dude. So let's see. New York City Mayor Socialist Zohran Mamdani has proposed lowering the exemption on the death tax, estate tax, from $7.1 million down to only $750,000. He would also increase the death tax from 16% to 50%. What? Dude, that's unethical as fuck. Nobody wants to. He's ruining New York. Socialism and communism will always ruin New York. Will always ruin any country or state or city. Look at what socialism's done to California. Socialism has ruined California. Annie is saying that Vance is live right now. Oh, shit. Hold on. JD Vance is live. Oh, shit. So live JD Vance speaks in North Carolina. How long was he speaking for? Okay, let's go to the White House here on this one. Let's see here.
Make sure and go to here.
Where's JD, dude? I want JD. Oh, here he is.
American families and workers first again.
If you guys, by the way, if you guys love JD, if you guys love JD Vance as much as I do, please tap the subscribe button. Let's take a look and see what JD Vance is doing. This is crazy, man. Hey, thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. We're at 8,898 subscribers. We're only 2 subscribers away from hitting 8,900. Who is going to be the 8,900 subscriber to this channel? I don't know. But whoever it is, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to subscribe. You guys have made this channel incredible. Give me one moment. No, but you guys have made this channel incredible. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for taking the time to subscribe. And yeah, we're at 8,898 subs. I can't believe it. I can't believe it, man. We're really doing it. We're really climbing up here on the YouTube algorithm.
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce the 50th Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance.
JD, baby. Okay, I don't know if we're able to play that music, so we're just going to mute the music for a second. We're going to wait for JD Vance to start speaking. Okay, dude, I'm excited.
Thank you all.
JD, dude. Oh. Central 22 says I'm cheating on Hegseth.
Thank you all. Please take a seat, and we've got.
Hey, if you guys love JD Vance as much as I do, please tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. If you guys love JD Vance as much as Daddy does, tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. We love JD Vance. We think he's the man. Yeah, we're trying to get to 8,900 subs. We're pretty close. I mean, we're really close to getting 8,900 subscribers, so don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It really does help the channel grow. Let's watch JD.
Spend with one another. So I want to first thank a few of the great people who are here who make this possible and are leading, I think, helping us lead America's and North Carolina's comeback. So first of all, to our great Senate candidate here in the state of North Carolina, Michael Whatley. Thank you, Michael, for everything that you're doing. For our great congressional candidate in this district, Lori Buckout. Where are you, Lori? Thank you so much. It's good to see you.
Blue Nose Pity says that JD has a huge schlong. I could get down with that. That's a theory I could get down with. Dude, JD's the man, dude. JD's the GOAT. If you guys can, though, please tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. We're almost to 8,900 subscribers, so I appreciate all you guys for just being so supportive and keeping the channel alive.
An officer in our military and now a person who wants to serve this great district and actually do something good for the people of this district instead of just voting with Nancy Pelosi, which is exactly what Don Davis does every single day. He's in Washington, D.C. So, Lori, thank you. We're going to talk a
Oh, God, nasty Pelosi,
little
dude.
bit more about your race here in a second, but a lot of you know that this state has a very special place in my heart because I grew up in a poor family. I was raised by my grandmother.
So wait, so he's in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Okay, so that's where JD Vance is at. All right. So this video is the Vice President JD Vance delivers remarks in Rocky Mount, North Carolina.
And then when I graduated from high school back in 2003, I enlisted in the United States Marine Corps. And I really spent the first 4 years of my adulthood not too far from here in the eastern part of...
Oh, by the way, we're only one subscriber away from hitting 8,900. So we're at 8,899 subs. Once again, we're at 8,899 subscribers. We only need one more sub to hit 8,900. So take the time, man. If you guys can, please take the time to subscribe to the channel. You just got to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner, man. That helps a lot.
Of our state, becoming a young Marine and frankly becoming a young man. And I'll never forget one of the first major purchases I ever made in my entire life was when I wanted to buy, for the first time, I wanted to buy my own car as a young Marine. I was probably 19 years old. And I go to one of these off-base used car dealerships, and I find a Honda Civic. It's practical, it's cheap, it does everything I need it to do. And I'm going to get the dealer's low interest rate financing of 21%.
Oh, that's 21% interest. Yikes. That is scary.
And by the grace of God, I had a great United States Marine Corps gunnery sergeant, Gunny Arledge. I went back, I said, Gunny, I got a great news for you. He said, what? He said, I'm gonna buy my first car. I said, congratulations, Marine. That's a big step for a young Marine. He said, what's your interest rate? I said, 21%. And he nearly smacked me upside the head. And he said, stop being an idiot. And he didn't say that. He used more colorful language. But I said, we have a couple of young people out there. He said, go to Navy Federal Credit Union. And I got an 8% interest rate and bought my
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
car without breaking the bank. So that was my...
No, luckily I got my pink Toyota. So I have a pink Toyota Corolla. It's pink, I know, don't laugh at me. But I have a pink Toyota Corolla, and I got it for a really low interest rate too. I mean, at first it was a high interest rate, but I got to refinance it. So the interest rate was like 7%, and now I'm able to have I have 5.5% interest rate on my pink Toyota Corolla, which is really nice. It's a good interest rate, man. It's a good one. It's very sexy.
That was one of many lessons the state of North Carolina taught me. But what we're trying to do, I talk about the difference between a 21% interest rate that the used car dealer offered me and the 8% interest rate that I got offered at a credit union, and that's pretty much the difference.
Oh, AG 47 Silver just sent a floating heart for 10 joules. But yeah, I do have a pink Toyota Corolla. Okay, I am lying about the color of my Toyota Corolla, but I like telling people on the chat that I have a pink Toyota Corolla. So if you guys ever, it's really not pink, but I do like to say it's pink. But yeah, I have a pink Toyota Corolla. Cause I'm a pink brony bro, and I dance at the gear club. Oh my God, I'm just having fun on the stage in my hooves. I'm wearing a man thong down at the... Hey, AG Silver, though, I do want to thank you for the floating heart, my brony brother. Thank you for the floating heart for 10 joules. I appreciate it. Let's keep going, man. Hey, we're at by the way, we're at 8,899 subs. Once again, 8,899 subscribers. So we only need one more subscriber to get to 8,900. So you guys tap the subscribe button if you haven't already, man. Become a subscriber to the channel today. It doesn't hurt. Well, maybe it will. I don't know. Tap it with your tip. Don't tap it with your tip. Maybe tap it with your tip. I don't know. I'm so confused.
It's between the Joe Biden and Donald Trump economic plan for the United States of America, because in just a very brief time, we've seen new home purchases rise to their highest level in 5 years since the last time Donald Trump was president. We've seen the cost of rents drop for 6 months in a row. We've seen the average tax refund that's going to come to the people of North Carolina about $3,700 per family.
Oh, you guys, we did it. We did it, you guys. We're at 8,900 subs, everybody. We're at 8,900 subscribers. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for taking the time to subscribe, man. I really do appreciate it. The more gifts, the more super chats we get, the better. It does help the channel grow. But yeah, make sure you guys tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It really helps. We just got to 8,900 subscribers, and I want to thank each and every one of you guys for making this a reality.
And we see interest rates that are the lowest they've been since the last time that Donald J. Trump was president. My friends, the president is impatient. He's the most impatient person I have ever met, in fact. He constantly is pressing on the gas. He wants us to do more, but I stand here proud to say that after the first year of President Donald Trump and congressional Republicans' leadership, we are rebuilding the American dream, and we are taking back this country for the people of this.
See, Donald Trump's a man of action, dude. Trump's a man of action, so I'm loving it, man.
State. Now, there are a number of things that I'm proud of, a number of things I want to brag on, but I actually want to take a little bit of an audience.
AG Silver's wondering where the unsubscribe button is. AG Silver, I'm not telling you. AG Silver, why do you want to unsubscribe, dude? We need more subscribers. We're desperate, man. We're a small channel. We need as many subscribers as we can get. So don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. If you guys love JD Vance as much as I do, please subscribe to the channel. If you guys think that Donald Trump is going to help end the war in Iran in 2 to 3 weeks, tap the subscribe button. I think it's going to be a very short-lived war. I don't think it's going to be as long as everybody says it's going to be. Everybody says it's like, I don't know. Donald Trump's the man, though, dude. Trump is the man, bro.
Poll, because I was looking at some of the things that we put in the working families tax cut, this one big, great, big, beautiful bill. Now, the bill is over 1,100 pages long, and unlike most of these bills that are way too long, this is chock full of good stuff for the people of this district, the people of this state. But there are a few things in particular that I think are important for this state. Number one, that piece of legislation, the working families tax cuts, had the biggest tax cut for Social Security benefits that we've ever seen in the United States of America.
That's incredible, man. Honestly, that level of a tax cut's impressive. So, good job, dude. Good job to Trump and Vance, man.
Number two, it wasn't just Social Security recipients. Number two, that legislation had the biggest tax cut for people making under $100,000 that we have ever seen in tax legislation in this country. And number three, that wasn't in the working families tax cut, but one of the things I'm very proud of is that we forced all localities, whether they're red states or blue states, to report crime accurately so we could go to war against violent crime and the criminals who do that violent crime.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Now those are three things, and on this part, I only want
Dude,
you to
JD's the
clap
man.
once, 'cause again,
Dude, JD's killing it, man.
Again, I'm going to take an audience poll.
He's looking dapper, sounding good, dude.
Here. I'm going to ask you what your favorite of those three pieces of legislation, those three accomplishments are that we've had so far in the Trump administration. So, if your favorite thing of those three is no taxes on Social Security, let me hear it.
I think that's pretty cool. I think no tax on Social Security is a good thing because a lot of these seniors need that money. And look, if you're getting Social Security, you shouldn't be taxed on it at all. I don't understand why anybody would be taxed on Social Security to begin with. You know what I mean? The fact that they tax Social Security makes zero sense. So I'm happy that JD Vance and Donald Trump made it to where seniors aren't getting taxed on their Social Security income. And by the way, you're not really getting much out of Social Security. The Social Security checks are fucking weak. So the fact of the matter is JD Vance and Trump getting rid of taxes on Social Security, that's huge. The fact that they're not taxing seniors for getting Social Security income, that's amazing.
Okay? If
I love
your
it.
favorite thing is the biggest tax cuts for people making under 100K, let me hear that. Okay? And if your favorite thing is that we've gone to war against violent criminals, let me hear that.
I think it's a good thing, man. I think the Iranian government needs to be put in their place. Absolutely. 100%, dude. The Iranian government needs to be put in their place. I 100% agree with that. I 100% am down with that. Hell yeah.
Okay. Now, I said only applaud once, and there's a guy up here. He applauded at least twice. He cheated the system, but I guess he wanted to save his applause till the very end. But we all heard the response. You know who did not clap for a single one of those great accomplishments of the Trump administration? Don Davis, because he voted against every single one of them. Don Davis
Screw you, Don Davis.
voted against cutting taxes on Social Security. Don Davis voted against cutting taxes on those making under $100,000 a year, and Don Davis voted against going to war against violent criminals. Don Davis is...
Yeah, I think, by the way, if you're making under $100,000 a year, I do think you should have a lower tax rate. I do. Sorry, you guys. No, I do think you should have a lower tax rate, though. Absolutely 100% if you're making under $100,000 a year. I mean, why the hell not? Why the hell not have a lower tax rate at that point?
is not a man who stands for the people of this state or this district. He is a person who does exactly what Nancy Pelosi tells him to do, and in November, we're going to send him home and get him out of Washington, D.C.
Hell yeah, dude. I mean, dude, J.D. Vance and Donald Trump are trying to recover the midterms right now. They're doing a good job. Look, I think they're doing a fine job, and I think things are going to get better. There's a lot of pessimists in the mainstream media, but I do believe that things are getting better. Seriously. I mean, really, take a look at the statistics. We've already taken out pretty much all of Iran's military. Iran's military's cooked. Straight up cooked. I don't know what else you guys want me to say.
Now, the crazy thing, y'all, about a guy like Don Davis is, sometimes you meet a Democrat in a red district, and, I don't agree with him on everything. Of course, Democrats, Republicans disagree on politics from time to time, but you at least have some people out there, or maybe you used to, who would vote their conscience or vote the interests of their district. What makes Don so unusual is that we are in a common sense district here in the state of North Carolina, and this guy still votes every single time with Nancy Pelosi. And
Boo. Boo, dude. That sounds like this Don Davis guy is kind of a rhino. That's what J.D. Vance, I think, is referring. I don't know where Don Davis aligns. I don't know if he's like Republican or Democrat. I have zero clue, but it sounds like he's a Democrat in Republicans' clothing. I don't know. That's what it sounds like, at least, based on my analysis of what J.D. Vance is saying. You know what I mean? That's what I think.
in fact, I asked my team, I said, find a major piece of legislation. Find something easy where Don Davis...
Hey, I want to thank everybody, by the way. We're at 8,902 subscribers. Once again, we're at 8,902 subs. We're trying to get to 9,000 subscribers by at least the end of the day. So if you guys can take the time to subscribe, you're getting us that much closer to the 9,000 subscriber mark. 9,000 subscribers, dude. This is a dream come true, man. You guys are making this boy's dream come true. So I appreciate you guys for tapping the subscribe button. It really does help the channel grow. I mean, you guys have made this channel what it is today. You guys have made it sexy, beautiful. You guys are killing it. You guys are killing it.
could vote against the Democrats and vote with his district, the moderates, the independents, even the conservative Democrats. Find me one example where this guy defied the leadership of his own party. He has never done that on any major issue that we could find. And here's just a layup.
Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
Hey, I want to give a shout-out to Just Jester for subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much, Just Jester. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for subscribing, man. I appreciate it. I'm gonna put Just Jester's name back up on the board because I want to thank him for subscribing. So everybody give a shout out to Just Jester.
Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
Appreciate you, brother. That's awesome, man.
It would have been bad for poor Lori's campaign chances, but he couldn't even take the bait on the Save America Act. Now, if you know anything about this,
thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show.
Oh, we just got another
Don't forget
subscriber,
to tap
man,
the
dude.
subscribe
Holy
button
shit.
in the upper right-hand corner.
Everybody give a shout out to Lorenzo. Let's give a shout out to Lorenzo for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. In fact, I'm going to put Lorenzo's name back up on the board. Thank you so much, Lorenzo.
Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
I can't believe it, man. We just reached 8,903 subscribers. Once again, we're at 8,903 subscribers. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for tapping the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It really does help the channel grow. We're trying to reach 9,000 subscribers before the end of the stream. We're only 97 subs away from hitting 9,000. I can't believe it. It's over 9,000. What, 9,000? But no, I do want to thank you guys for tapping the subscribe button, though. It really does help the channel in more ways than one. You guys are incredible, man.
Act does is that it makes it impossible for illegal aliens to vote in our elections. Pretty common sense. Now, I think that's pretty easy, right? We don't want illegal aliens voting in our elections. My favorite thing is whenever I bring this up, you'll have some Democrat on TV who will say, well, we don't have to worry about that because illegal immigrants voting in our elections is very rare. Well,
No. Democrats are lying through their teeth on that one.
How about we put it to 0, okay? Even if you're right. Number 2, you're not right. It happens way more often than a lot of people.
Exactly. It happens way too often. So JD's the man, dude. JD is the man, dude. So the Zinc Roofer's asking, Michael, are you blocking me? I'm not blocking you, dude. I'm just ignoring you. So I don't block you, Zinc Roofer. I see your chats and I ignore you because you have very low IQ chats. The Zinc Roofer, your chats are low IQ and they're terrible. Your takes are pretty rough. They're pretty dumb. I love you though. I want to say I love you. I love you, Zinc Roofer. You're the man, but you're not the man. I don't know.
In fact,
maybe you're a they them. I don't know.
just this week, ICE arrested an illegal immigrant. I'm going to read this because I want to make sure I get it right. An illegal immigrant from Mauritania who's voted in 7 federal elections since 2008.
That's crazy.
I have it on good authority that in every single election he voted for Don Davis. No, I don't know about that.
That's crazy. Wild.
I don't know where he voted, but I guarantee it wasn't for us. Okay? It wasn't for America First policies. Now, here's the thing, though. Even if you take the Democrats at their word, even if illegal aliens voting is very rare, then why don't we ban it anyway? It's not that
Yeah, we should be banning it. And by the way, I don't think it's as rare as they say it is because I don't even think they count their votes. I don't even think the Democrats count the votes properly, if we're going to be honest. That's just my opinion. I want to minimize the cheating on both sides. No cheating from Republicans, no cheating from Democrats. I want fair elections. I want there to be voter ID. I want to make sure that somebody is the people. I want to make sure that the people who are voting in our elections are actual citizens and are not illegal immigrants. Okay, actual citizens need to be voting in these elections.
complicated. It is one thing to say, I don't get it.
So the Zinc Roofer is saying he can clearly see that somebody blocked him. Okay, well, who blocked you then? By the way, Zinc Roofer, sometimes the YouTube algorithm AI bots, there is an AI chat moderation bot that YouTube has that will sometimes actually remove a message and prevent a certain message from going through depending on the kind of message it is. I have no control over that. You'll have to talk to YouTube about that on why they're blocking you. Because I don't block anybody on this channel. I really don't. I want people to say what they want to say. I want people to think how they want to think. I don't block people. Now, you can accuse me of blocking you. That's fine, but you're wrong. I don't block anybody on this channel. In fact, I rarely do any moderation to begin with. Because I want people to say whatever they want to say. I don't really care what people say or think. I'll listen. But at the end of the day, I'm not triggered. Well, sometimes I get a little triggered. But I'm not super triggered by what people have to say in the chat. So you guys go ahead, say whatever you want to say.
Democrats say, this never happens, or it happens only very rarely, on the one hand, and on the other hand, we must not stop it.
Democrats live in a constant state of denial. Democrats live in a constant state of denial. That's my opinion. Let's keep going.
It doesn't make a damn bit of sense. We need to get all illegal aliens stopping from voting in our elections. It's very common sense stuff. But even on that, Don Davis could not be persuaded to vote for the people of this district. That's like an 85% issue. You look at the majority of even Democrats across our country, a solid majority of Democrats want to pass the Save America Act, but not the guy who allegedly represents the state of North Carolina, who represents this district.
This is wild, man. No, I think somebody's at my door. was about ready to end the live stream here real quick, so. All right. Before I end the live stream for the day, well, I'm going to do another live stream probably after I take my walk, but I want to thank all you guys for tapping the subscribe button, man. I can't believe how many new subscribers we got on the channel. Blowing my mind, man. We're at 8,904 subscribers total. We got a grand total of 54 new subs in this one stream alone, and I want to thank each and every one of you. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. We're trying to get to 9,000 subs probably before the end of the week. I think we can get to 9,000 subscribers before the end of this week. So if we could pull that off, I mean, it would all be thanks to you guys. I mean, you guys have been incredible. You guys have actually been one of the sole reasons that the show is done as well as it has. And for that, I mean, like, I mean it from the bottom of my heart, you guys. This has made the show better. And obviously, you know, the more subscribers you have on YouTube, the more clout you get, the more subscribers you get from there. So it's just crazy how close we are to 10,000. But I want to thank each and every one of you again. I've thanked you guys a million times. I'll thank you guys a million times more. But yeah, 8,904 subscribers. I'll take that to the bank. I will take that to the bank, and I want to thank you guys again. So, all right, stay safe, stay sexy. I'll see you guys a little bit later. We're going to keep on rocking it, man. We're going to keep on rocking it. Just have an incredible rest of the night, okay? Or I'll see you guys a little bit later. All right. Ending the stream in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Later, everybody.